States and have a rich history that includes the rich culture of the Lakota Sioux, the excitement of the gold rush, and the thrill of the Wild West. During your trip on the 1880 train, we'll discover some of these epic legends together, and we'll also look at the plants, animals, and geology that make up this timeless land.
Welcome aboard, folks. And that's not the official all aboard, but get it started. I'm going to also, as our narrator Rick was saying, want to welcome you in. And at this time, I'd like to introduce you to Cheryl of Captured Memories. Cheryl is aboard the train to offer you a unique souvenir. She will take a photo of you and superimpose your image in the front of the 1880 train and in front of Mount Rushmore. She will print the two 5x7 photos and present them to you before you depart the train. There is not a better way to remember your trip in the Black Hills and your ride in the 1880 train than with photos from Cheryl and Captured Memories. Cheryl's not hard to find. She'll be coming through the cars with a camera and a young lady behind her with a big green blanket. So we'll be able to catch up with Cheryl that way.
The first official train operated on Black Hills Central Railroad on August 18, 1957. The route was nicknamed the 1880 train, as it was likened by Bill Heckman, the original owner, to riding a train in the 1880s. Robert and Joanna Warder bought the Black Hills Central Railroad in 1990 and upgraded many of the cars, engines, and facilities. The Black Hills Central Railroad continues to provide what was initially envisioned, a place where new generations can experience a steam locomotive and relive the vital role that railroads played in the development of this country. We'll explore more of Hill City's history and attractions after we leave the station. But before we get underway, please be advised, there are no restrooms on this train. The journey will last about an hour, so we encourage you to use the facilities in the station right now if you feel the need. Also note that your hosts on today's adventure have the All Aboard the 1880 Train guidebook that details the history, equipment, and operations of the Black Hills Central Railroad. Please ask an attendant if you would like to obtain a copy. In the meantime, may we please have your attention for the following safety announcements. Children must be accompanied by an adult at all times. Once the train is in motion, please stay seated at all times. Moving from car to car is not permitted once we are underway. Please do not throw any garbage or other objects from the train. You are in the heart of a federally protected national forest. Please also keep your arms, legs, and head inside the train at all times. Never lean over car railings or out of windows. The train passes very close to trees, bushes, and rock formations that can cause injury. If you choose to open a window, be sure to secure it. Windows can be shaken loose during the journey. We are a non-smoking facility and train. There is no smoking of any kind on the train or in any Black Hills Central Railroad building. If you have questions about the train, please ask an attendant. You are not permitted to tamper with any car apparatus. Please observe all posted signs and the direction of train attendants and the conductor. When exiting the train, first look for any slippery spots, rocks, or uneven places on the ground. Maintain handholds until your foot is firmly placed on the ground. This trip to Keystone will take just under an hour. Because the return trip is uphill, it will take a few minutes longer. Your train to Keystone will be departing shortly. If you have any additional needs or questions before we get underway, please don't hesitate to ask a Black Hills Central Railroad staff member. We thank you for choosing to travel with us. Welcome aboard.
I could see who's in the chat.
Souvenir photo?
I'll quick repeat what Rick, our narrator, said, folks. We haven't any restrooms on the train. So if you feel the call to nature, now would be a really good time to answer that.
Alrighty guys, feel free to chat and let me know who is here.
In the meantime, while I'm waiting for my conductor to give us the all aboard, and if on occasion I pause in what I'm saying, it's not because I have a moment of a senior moment, although those do happen. I'm just waiting to see where my conductor is. while we're waiting for that go ahead and then all aboard from the conductor, I'll give you a little history of the area.
Yeah.
Hill City was the second city founded in the Black Hills in 1875. Our first one was Custer. Custer was founded in 1874 following General Custer's expedition into the hills doing a geologic research expedition, surveying. They found gold at Frenchman's Creek in Custer, and we had the gold rush then in 1874, 1876. Now, Hill City was founded at that same period of time, and it's gone through a variety of names. Hill City, and the crowd favorite seems to be 1 Mile of Hell. Now it earned that name because if you look to your south, you'll see a little white church on the hill back there. That's still there. We used to have another little white church at the other end of town, north end of town. And it was exactly 1 mile between those two churches. Now that's where it earned, in that 1 mile, there was between 50 and 60 saloons, gambling houses, and houses of ill repute. Now the ministers, of course, labeled that 1 mile of hell. The residents in that 1 mile labeled it a lot of fun. Now we will be, our engine today is number 108, and that is a 1926 Swiss Mallet, M-A-L-L-E-T for those who do the trivia stuff. Now that is a, to say what all it is takes a mouthful for me. So it is a compound articulated 2662T. Now I challenge anybody to remember that when we get done. Now, when I say it's a compound articulated, that means that unlike most steam engines, where the steam powers just a piston one way, ours powers it two ways. It powers it on the push, and then the steam is recaptured and does it on the pull. So if you look at our engine, it is a small engine, it's short. And it's short because it's designed for mountains and hills. Now, our train was designed to do nothing but haul equipment, gold ore, and dynamite. Now, we may have had one or two riders on the gold ore and the timber train. We had no one riding the dynamite train. Now, if you look at our train, again, they say it is a compound articulated. For everybody in their cars, if they could find a little circular plaque at probably both ends of the cars, those are called pivot points. And it allows our cars to pivot on the curves. The car stays straight, the whole undercarriage is moving. Hang on. There you go, folks. I'm off the mic and we're all aboard.
I don't know why I'm doing my railroader wave. Where's the famous movie star? Imagine staying at this inn, Mom. Oh, imagine staying there. That's the American Inn. American.
I didn't realize it was there.
Decided to have us change sides for the way back. It's nice that the girl had us change sides for the way back. Oh, look at that, man. Nope. Oh, there she is.
The view to your right is dominated by Black Elk Peak, formerly named Harney Peak, the large mountain with the stone fire lookout on top. At 7,244 feet, Black Elk Peak is the highest point in the Black Hills and the tallest mountain in the U.S. east of the Rockies. Although the Black Hills are only 130 miles away from the eastern slopes of the Rocky Mountains, they are completely separate formations. The 2-billion-year-old rocks you see around you are much older than the 20-million-year-old slopes of the Rocky Mountains.
Slipping again.
was the original destination for the 1880 train. Oblivion was originally a logging camp that served mining operations throughout the Palm Gulch. The spur you see leading off to your right was an elaborate system built in the 1950s to handle both narrow and standard gauge trains.
Remember this is where we stopped last year, remember?
What is it that fascinates us about trains? Hi, this is Rick Mills, and I share that interest in railroads with many of you. Did you grow up watching trains roll by like I did? Did you wonder where the people were traveling to on those passenger trains? I am sure that you counted the cars on a long freight train as it rolled by, and wondered what was being hauled in the various cars. The railroads are a shared experience for us as Americans. Here in the Black Hills region, the railroads were the major catalyst for settlement, business, and his family home here along Lower Battle Creek near Hermosa over a century ago. A similar story of homestead west in the The train hauled us to our new homes, the 20 tons of gold ore to the mill, goods from the